Hi everybody, how's it going? Today I'd like to talk about why I don't lie and why I haven't told a single lie in the last 3, maybe 2 years. I promise I will not tell any lies, and I've been keeping that standard for a long while now. So what I want to do with this video is to allow you to understand why I took on this path, my personal story. So what actually happened 2 to 3 years ago is that I was reading some books about spirituality and stuff, and they had a great emphasis on expressing yourself, manifesting yourself through your actions. And one that was especially significant for me, because it seems to be very accessible, was just telling the truth. It seemed to me that if you tell the truth all the time, you are making sort of a great statement of who you are. Try to stay with me on this one. And that was very accessible, like I could just do it. And it seemed to be sort of a personal revolution to change that part of myself, because I wanted to become better. I don't know, it just felt like that was the moment. And this seemed like an easy way to do it, but I wasn't quite sure yet. So then I went on to read another book. It was a quote book, The Moral Sayings of Cyrus Publius, and I stumbled across this quote that totally changed my perspective. The quote says this: "Why do we not hear the truth? Because we don't speak it." And I was very intrigued by that, because shit, that made so much sense. But of course I wasn't quite convinced yet. It was starting to seem appealing, but I needed a punch. And the following experience is what really changed it all. So I was starting a very intense and changing relationship with a girl that became my girlfriend for a little over a year. And in the beginning I sort of had some feelings about my ex-girlfriend that I had not properly dealt with at the moment. So I met with my ex-girlfriend and we started to get very close. There were many moments in which we almost kissed, but yeah, I was not feeling good about it. And what I would have done in the past would have been to say, hey, fuck it, let's just not say anything, forget it, keep on with your thing, and hope your girlfriend never knows. But the influence that these books and this quote had on me made me think that maybe it was time to apply what I had discovered. Maybe it was the time to start a new way of doing things. And so I did. I wrote everything down, how it happened exactly, and exactly everything that I felt while doing it. And the next morning I went to my girlfriend's house. She was very happy to see me. She did not know a thing about what was going on. And I asked her to just listen to me, let me go through the whole thing. And so instead of lying to her or pretending nothing happened, I told the whole thing to her. And I was expecting something like us breaking up, or things getting weird, or she getting very angry or upset. I was expecting to lose my relationship, and I still went on with the truth. And well, not only did she not get mad, she really appreciated that I told her that we could talk about that. And of course I had mentioned that made me feel like I really wanted to be with her. So I was like surprised and happy, and it felt like shit, telling the truth is not so bad. And I was not feeling like shit after telling her. I didn't feel like I had to hide. It really was liberating. But the moment I really clicked was when a few hours later I was at my house and my girlfriend texted me, and she revealed something to me that was really quite significant. And it was that the first time that we made love, it was actually the first time for her in her life. Something which I had really not noticed, and she just told me only when I actually told her that harsh, uncomfortable truth of what I had done the previous day. And so at that moment it really hit me, because what Cyrus Publius had predicted in the quote had completely come true. I spoke the truth, and immediately after that I got to hear it. And it was a very important truth for me, right? To know that I was that much more for her, that it had been that special in her life. So after that happened, I was completely sold on telling the truth. It not only felt like something I could do, but something that really improved my relationship with others, and that allowed me to make sure that they could really trust me. That if I spoke, they would know I was telling the truth. And that was awesome. So I started keeping going with that, and now it's just been like 2 to 3 years with it. But this is the story of how things happened, and I was convinced. So yeah, that's all. I hope you enjoyed the video and that this story was interesting for you, that you learned something, felt something, I don't know. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one very soon.